So today I'm gonna do a deck of my new mono green deck, which I tested. So let's do it. So the mana base, there are 12 forests, which is the perfect number of forests for you to play in this deck. I calculated it. So we also have Mishra's Factory, which can turn into a creature, and it's great. It's in every deck. And Pendelhaven, so we can pump a 1/1 like Llanowar Elves, but also gives you green mana. But it's a legendary land, so only 2 copies. Here are 4 copies of Strip Mine, because this is Eternal Central, so you gotta have your Strip Mines. And this one is Antiquities. You need some land destruction in the deck, so here it is. And so creatures. Cockatrice, so that the opponent can't attack you without losing creatures. And if you attack, they lose creatures either way, so it's a nice card, a 2/4, and it's flying. And I should swap the Killer Bees for some Cockatrice, but that's the deck as it is in this moment. Then there's Craw Wurm. Well, Craw Wurm is kind of like the 5th force of nature. It is very powerful, also very costly, but it's good to have this card in the deck. Llanowar Elves, because it's mana, it's it's the mana base too. You add 1 green to your mana pool, and you need a lot of mana when you want to put a force of nature on the board, which costs 6 mana, and you have to pay 4 on the upkeep. Then there's Erhnam Djinn, which is a 4/5 for only 4, but you have to give the Forest Walk ability during your upkeep to an opponent's creature. So yeah, it's actually one of the best creatures in Old School, along with Juzan. Force of Nature, well, it is a win condition, but there's only 4. I mean, it's a great card, very iconic, very powerful, and it has trample, so if they block, some damage will get through. Argothian Pixies, well, Argothian Pixies, they kinda have protection from artifacts, almost, but it's good against the opponent's Mishra's factories, and it's only a 2/1, but okay, it doesn't give you mana, but it's good against artifact decks. So the Birds of Paradise, they give you 1 mana of any color. You only need green, but they give you mana, that's all that matters. I'm trying to accelerate my mana here. So 3 copies. Killer Bees, because you gotta have Killer Bees. I mean, from Legends, but this one is a 5th edition copy. And you can pump the cards. It gets +1/+1. Can be deadly. That's it for the creatures. So Giant Growth, a combat trick, can also be a win condition. And Berserk, which doubles the power of a creature. Awesome card, only 2 copies. I don't know why I did not run more copies, but I feel that 2 is enough. And Wild Growth, so you can have more mana. It doubles the mana output of lands. So yeah, if you want to be more aggressive, you can just use, I think it's Ice Storm and well, Regrowth, awesome card. They get you anything back from the graveyard. I think it's restricted, so awesome cards. Sylvan Library, well, here you get to draw 2 additional cards if you want to, but you gotta return 2 cards to the library or pay 4 life for each card that you keep. So 2 copies, maybe that's not enough, but great cards, very powerful enchantment. Chaos Orb deals with everything, it's the best removal, just gotta flip it right. Then there's Mox Emerald, more mana, it's green mana, and Black Lotus, for 3 green mana, I guess. So these are collectors and international collectors edition. This is an EC deck, so yeah, I know you guys have beta, alpha, but you know I don't, so I play EC. Let's see, Soul Ring, it's actually great because you can use that 2 colorless anytime to cast something big. And Fastbond, well, Fastbond lets you put extra lands on the board. You have to pay 1 life, but you get lots of lands, and it only costs 1 mana. It's an awesome card. So here are some tips. First, avoid using Strip Mine on a basic land, only if it's like a library or something, because you're gonna need all the mana you can to cast Force of Nature and stuff like that. And when you do cast Force of Nature, make sure you can pay the upkeep or the opponent is already damaged, or else you will die. Birds of Paradise can also be used to block any flying creature that is big, so you don't take the damage, so you don't die that turn. And another tip would be that you can block and then pump the Mishra's Factory. So if someone attacks you with a single Mishra's Factory, you can block with yours if you can afford the activation costs, and then you tap it to give the own factory +1/+1 and kill the other factory. Be careful, because sometimes the Djinn, it can give Forest Walk to something that's catastrophic, so always know what your opponent is playing, because you have to give the target creature that is non-wall Forest Walk. And also the Sylvan Library, cast it as early as you can, because it gives you a great advantage. So here's the sideboard, and I have Nevinyrral's Disc, 4 copies, a playset, because it resets the board, so this deck has few artifacts, and if you are having trouble with something like the deck or something, then maybe slap on a disc. Maze of Ith, it deals with creatures that are problematic, so you may want to use it. Tsunami destroys all fucking islands. Against blue deck, so only 2 copies, but against mono blue it can be devastating. Stormseeker, when people are using library and are drawing lots of cards and stuff, this instant can't actually win you the game. And Whirling Dervish, because it has protection from black against mono black, and it grows. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all your support, and bye.